This is Valley News Live at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Anna Johnson. One man doesn't have a place to stay following a mobile home fire in South Fargo. Authorities rushed to the house along San Juan Drive around 3:30 this morning for the fire. Officials say it started under the home and caused smoke damage inside. The person staying at the house was able to get out safely. Officials talked about what it was like battling the fire in cold temperatures.
Today it's 1 below right now. Obviously it's going to be getting a lot colder. Anytime that we start dropping below zero, it gets harder both on the equipment and most importantly on the firefighters.
The cause of that fire is still under investigation. Well, the sun is out, but Arctic air will be moving in. So let's go over to Summer Schnellbach with a quick look at your weather and to see how low temperatures are expected to go, Summer.
So low, Anna. We thought this morning was cold. Here are our morning low temperatures. Rolla, Langdon, and Hallock, all of them fell to 20 degrees below zero. Grand Forks, Mahnomen, 19 below this morning, 15 below in Fargo, 21 below in Park Rapids for the morning temperature. We are still all below zero, 12 below zero right now in Devil's Lake, but we are seeing the sunshine. That's one of the positives of Arctic high pressure. Usually comes with a lot of sun. Here are our weather headlines for today. We've got that wind chill warning, all these areas shaded in pink, which is the majority of the valley. That warning until noon tomorrow, so another 24 hours on that wind chill warning. The areas in blue, including areas like Bemidji down into Brainerd and Wadena, under a wind chill advisory, but still bitterly cold. Our wind chills at this hour in the 20s and 30s below. It feels like 34 degrees below zero in Devil's Lake, 35 below zero in Langdon, and we're going to stay cold all day, Anna, but the worst is yet to come. In fact, we're talking about the coldest day yet this season coming for tomorrow.
No, thank you.
I know, right?
All right, thanks, Summer. New for you at noon, a Valley City man will spend the next 6 years in prison for shooting a man last year. Alex Meridian now stands convicted of attempted murder. Court documents state Meridian shot the victim in the stomach. Then Meridian drove himself to the police station to turn himself in. Documents say during an interview, Meridian stated that he intended to kill the victim and if he was given the chance, he would do it again. Court records show he was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but with the 85% rule, he will serve first 6 years. He'll also get credit for 348 days that he has already served in jail. We have new information on the shooting that took place outside of a Minnesota school yesterday that left a 15-year-old boy dead. The police are now saying that the fight is what led to the shooting. The police said that 5 people were involved and the 15-year-old who was killed was identified as Jamari Rice. The police also say 19-year-old was shot and a 17-year-old remains in critical condition. An 18 and 19-year-old were arrested in connection with the shooting. We're also learning more about a fatal shooting that took place at a Virginia college yesterday. Alexander Campbell is facing several charges, including 2 counts of capital murder in connection to the deaths that campus police officer John Panter and campus safety officer J.J. Jefferson. They reportedly approached Campbell after receiving a call about a suspicious man on campus. After a brief interaction, Virginia State Police say Campbell opened fire and ran off. He was later found near campus. Police did not comment on his status in relation to Bridgewater College. Funeral services for North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stensham will begin this afternoon. Visitation is from 4 to 8 in the Memorial Hall of the State Capitol in Bismarck. The memorial service is at 11 tomorrow. Now you can watch the funeral live on our CW channel or via the live stream at valleynewslive.com. Stensham died unexpectedly last week. He was 68 and his cause of death has not been released. The trial of 3 former Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's rights will not resume until Monday. The trial was abruptly suspended today after one of them tested positive for COVID-19. The person who tested positive wasn't named by the court, but reporters in the courtroom said that Thomas Lane wasn't there. Prosecutors say they plan to call a doctor to the stand today. The Leonard Peltier Defense Committee is calling for Peltier's immediate hospitalization after the 77-year-old tested positive for COVID-19. Peltier was convicted in 1977 for murdering 2 FBI agents on South Dakota's Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. That trial was held in Fargo. Supporters have said for decades that Peltier's conviction was political and that prosecutors disregarded evidence that would have proved his innocence. The defense committee says that Peltier had to wait all day Friday to be tested for COVID after telling authorities he was sick. The organization says no COVID booster shots have been given at the prison where Peltier is being held. America's national debt just hit a huge milestone, passing $30 trillion for the first time. Since the end of 2019, the national debt has surged by about $7 trillion. Economists are divided on how big of a problem that really is, but it comes as borrowing costs are expected to rise. That's because the Federal Reserve is poised to raise interest rates. The Washington Commanders will take the football field, the nation's capital, this fall. The team announced a new name today, and it will keep the traditional burgundy and gold uniforms. The three-time Super Bowl winning club had long been criticized for an offensive name which mocked Native Americans before finally dropping it in July 2020. From that point on, the squad had been known simply as the Washington Football Team. Other names that had been under final consideration included the Armada, Presidents, Brigade, Red Hogs, Red Wolves, or Defenders. I think they probably made the right choice there. Coming up at noon, the IRS is warning it could take longer to get your tax return this year. What's contributing to that delay? But next, Summer Schnellbach is back, probably with bad news, to tell us how low temperatures are expected to drop today.